So where are we now? I'm going to read this and then I'm going to expound on it because this is good. The age of Aquarius, the age of knowledge, truth, and energetic unity, is about dissolving illusions and restoring balance. Mind, body, soul, masculine and feminine, human and cosmic. This is why so many people are waking up, questioning historical narratives and returning to ancient knowledge systems like energy work, sound healing, astrology, sacred geometry, quantum consciousness. Understanding that source creator is neither male nor female, but pure, intelligent energy flowing through all of us. This is so important for us to get. What you're noticing is that there are different levels of awakening that's happening throughout different generations. But there are also parts of generations that don't want to convert to either because it feels like it's too heavy. It feels like it's too heavy because the initial weight of the transition is of the awakening. As you live in your awakening, as you live your awakening, as your awakening expand, as you commit to full co-creation with source creator and all that is, as you really allow yourself to be all that you've come here to be in your purpose, it will seem more attractive, it will be more inspiring, it will be more motivating. But if you're living in a space where your life is not expansive because you have things that you're not willing to do, if you are living in a space where you're like, well, in fear, I don't want to lose this because if I believe this, then I can't speak about it, but I might lose this. You're not losing anything, you're gaining more than what you could ever believe. I have went through a complete loss of things and regaining all and more back. And what I thought I was losing, I was gaining myself. So this understanding of being able to become, you are holding the space for those who don't know what they believe to come into more of themselves, cheering them on, allowing them to really believe and understand who they are. If you don't do the work, in the age of Aquarius, we have literally 2,000 years, 2,160 years to fully rewrite this. We get an opportunity to do this every 2,000 years. And every 2,000 years, everyone is like coming into this space of like, this is what I believe, where your belief don't sound exactly like mine. And then we find some human aspect of that person to reject, when in actuality, we're supposed to be embracing and connecting and growing and expanding, all connected to source creator. It's what we're supposed to be doing. And so if we're worried about the fact that we, oh, I can't have Thanksgiving dinner, you can. You need to come together as a community. Everybody bring a dish and feed multiple families. This is what they used to do. This is what they don't want to see. This togetherness, this unity, believing that it's just you by yourself and that nobody else is having these issues or nobody else is facing what you're facing. This is happening, and this has happened throughout the last probably 2 or 3 years. Like, people have thought, oh, only I'm being affected by, COVID. Only I'm being affected by, how my wages are going. Only I'm being affected. It's not just you. You're made to believe that it's just you, so that because it extracts your power. If you remember, like, let's go back. Let's think about prayer circles. So within Christianity, I remember there were mothers who prayed in a circle. That's not something that's specific to Christianity or something that's specific to Islam. Mothers have been doing that for centuries. Mothers have been doing that for millennia, all coming together because they understand the power of the divine feminine. And then within church buildings, they get to control what narratives they push. But as a collective, there is no limit to any of the narratives that we can push, because as divine feminine representatives, both male and female, because the divine feminine works through all of us, There are things that the divine feminine are to put in place, and there are things that divine masculine is supposed to put in place. There are tainted sides to each. There are shadow mothers, there are shadow fathers, there are light mothers, there are light fathers. And as a collective, they all have an agenda, and it doesn't mean that it's working against you. It means that it's all working for the good of all. However that is. Something can cause resistance for you, but freedom for something else. It doesn't mean that it's working against you. It means it's resistance to wake you up to something. It's not trying to break you. It's trying to bring you into a broader awareness. It's bringing you into a place that you've never been before, to understand more, to see things better, not to judge, but to be able to observe, to see, to really be connected to source. Like, yeah, we got to get this. This is so important at this time, because the things that we do not put in place, a spell will be put in place. The spell of amnesia will be put in place. All the knowledge you've gained will be set aside. You won't pass it down to your children and your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren. Those stories, that information will not be passed down to them, and immediately, it will just be washed away. Eventually, it won't even exist no more. Because we're holding on to little bits and pieces instead of taking what is known. We all understand that there are stories that have been put in place that are blocks. These stories don't set you free. Thinking that you came here on the ship don't set you free. Understanding that you were probably an Indian and you were already here, that'll set you free. Knowing that you probably live somewhere in the mountains or in some type of rural area and you lived off the land, that'll set you free. Your ancestors were already where they were when someone came in, blended their religion with your belief systems, and then brought you in under their umbrella in promise of something better. But what's better than the age of Aquarius, of knowledge, of truth, of energetic unity? What's better than that? Nothing. There's nothing better than that. Because if there are some people who don't want to be this free because they are afraid of who they are. The only reason you're afraid of who you are is because you've been told who you are and who you need to be. Your fear is not your own. Your fear is the fear of someone else who saw your potential and knew that it was too powerful for them to comprehend. Sit with that.